WCW 2000 or WWE in 2020? Separate at birth? You decide. I'm Joe Rentham with my review of WWE Raw, and Vince McMahon does not give a single solitary fuck about putting on an even halfway compelling television program anymore. The talents are having to fight and claw to get anything good out of any of the brands. Raw, SmackDown, NXT. It's seriously fucking sad to see. They have so much talent under their umbrella. Ella, Anyway, they have so many great talents. And they have some talents that are good wrestlers and have no personality. I'm just going to mention the Garganos for no fucking reason. But everybody is having to claw so hard to get anything halfway decent. Raw has been a fucking dumpster fire. SmackDown has its moments, but it's pretty bland. NXT has been pretty bland, and just, there's been so many stars of the pandemic era, and this is the best they can fucking do. Vince McMahon is trying to drive longtime fans away. I'm convinced of it right now. That or he just doesn't fucking care. Am I being too harsh? Let me know in the comments. So, I hate the new Raw theme. Hate it. They also had a bunch of Patterson tributes. Said my opinion. Moving on. I've lost track of how many times Orton has opened up the show. He said he smashed his oral compass years ago. I may have misunderstood that, but fuck it. Just gonna make fun of this show, because if they're not gonna take it seriously, then I'm not gonna take it seriously. Here's Bray. He's doing a Price is Right knockoff with the puppets doing guesses, and you thought Drew Carey was a bad Price is Right host. And look, Bray is making the most of his character, and if him and Orton, can come up with something creative, cool. I don't fucking care about this feud. I didn't care about it in 2017, because they ruined it by having Bray lose at Mania. And we have recaps of all the Asuka, Lana, Nia, Shayna stuff, and then Nia anti-vax. It's funny that Nia is against vaccinations, medical science, and is putting her immune system in the hands of God. The same God that gave her ACLs. They were like melted Twizzlers. So, she is trying to convince Shayna not to get vaccinated. Vaccinations are the devil. Trust your immune system. She actually didn't say that, but she's trying to pump her up and say, don't lose to Asuka. Don't fuck it up, basically. And Shayna's like, oh, it's like her front's going to look like her back's going to look like her front. She's going to have boobs on her back. What the fuck? Stop scripting people. At least so weirdly. Shayna with Nia versus Asuka with Lana. Good lord. Remember when I thought this match would be compelling? Remember when we all thought this match would be compelling? This was the opposite of compelling. Lana somehow manages to lay out Nia, because Nia stupidly hurls herself around like a drunk rhinoceros, like a tranquilized rhinoceros. Not like a vaccinated rhinoceros, because rhinoceroses are smart enough to get vaccinated. Nia isn't. And if you're an anti-vaxxer, I knew a girl that was. She wouldn't get her children vaccinated, and I told her to fuck the hell off. So I don't care if anybody wants to get upset. So yeah, dreaded roll up 1, 2, 3. Cool, whatever. Moving on. I feel bad because I love Asuka. Lana, I've kind of pushed aside. Shayna, I thought had a world of potential. Nia's a fucking lost cause. Thanks, Rock. Thanks for bringing this idiot in here. So we get Hurt Business, bossing a cracker guy around. It looked like he was a member of Good Charlotte if Good Charlotte had no talent. And then we have more recaps of Styles and Drew, and then Ricochet and Retribution, and Dana slapping Ali, and then Dana beating Mia Yim, rectuming. I think that's actually what the fucking gimmick needs. The whole Retribution gimmick needs a fucking rectuming. Then Ricochet and Dana are talking strategy, while Riddle offers his bro nuts, donuts that are probably mixed with weeds. Or, probably weeds. I mean, actually, he is that kind of stupid. He would just put, weeds in there instead of putting actual ganja. And, well, hey, he took no for an answer for once. At least there's that. Riddle is not known for doing that. And why is Mia Yim masked again? She was unmasked last week. What is it? Retribution's a fucking joke. Not even the talents. I'm not even knocking the talents. There's good talent there. And Shane Thorne, who's adequate. Seriously, this fucking gimmick is a dumpster fire. It's so fucking bad. If it wasn't for the Murphy Aaliyah angle, I would call this the worst thing. Maybe besides the Dark Order. But anyway, we then get Dana and Ricochet versus Mia Yim and Shane Slapjack Thorne. 3 minutes and Dana pins Mia. Thanks for coming, Mia. Fucking hell. No wonder Mercedes Martinez left this. And then Lee confronts Sheamus. By the way, Ali yells at Mia and Shane Thorne like, that's going to fucking work. And then Lee confronts Sheamus about possibly turning on McIntyre. Phrasing. Miz TV with Styles and Omos. Oh, he almost had it. This is really bad comedy. I regret saying the Miz should have won the Money in the Bank. They should have given it to somebody other than Otis, but just fucking, this was bad. This was really, really bad. Sheamus comes down, and he's sick to the back of his teats. I believe that's what he said. And they make fun of him, and then here's Drew. He's guilty as charged because he's Scottish. Get it? You fucking get it? And then he says, well, you don't have your balls anymore because Maurice keeps your balls in her purse, but you replaced them with Morrison's when you made him your bitch. Cool. Whatever. We're going with ball stuff now. And then we get a bit of a brawl. And Drew tosses the briefcase to the stage. More like Drew Armkintyre. Yeah, that one wasn't my best. And he actually busts part of the screen. It's okay because this is the last night they're going to be in the Amway Center. They're already starting construction in Tropicana Field for the new Thunderdome. Maybe, hey, they'll actually have fans in the Devil Rays Stadium. The team never could get anybody. That stadium is a dumpster fire, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, we are about an hour through the show, and we get Shelton and Kofi. It goes 5 minutes. Kofi does kind of hurt his ankle. Ankle or knee. Hopefully he actually is okay because he was selling it. And Trouble in Paradise, 1, 2, 3. Cedric then yells, Kofi, I want you in a match. And then he has him in a match. And Cedric actually gets the win soon after with a lumbar check. I don't know what they're doing with the Hurt Business and New Day. It's very odd. The tag team divisions mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing on Raw and SmackDown. That's not even knocking the talent. They don't mean anything. And Patterson Tribute, he touched a lot of lives, and some of them may have actually consented. So Drew decides to come out and inserts his lengthy sword for all of us to see. And it's Drew and Sheamus versus Styles, Miz, and Morrison with Almost at ringside. And Morrison takes a seat, literally, because they toss him right into a seat. Actually, a pretty good spot there. And Azale's ad, get the special someone in your life a big pearl necklace. Moving on. Trying to kill Miz, apparently, because that seemed to be what they were trying to do. Later, Miz pulls Morrison out of the ring. And we get a miscommunication. Accidental bro kick to Drew, and then we get Phenomenal Forearm 1, 2, 3. There we go, right there. If it seems like I'm rushing through some of this stuff, it's because none of these matches really fucking mean anything. It's pushing the Sheamus, Drew stuff, the dissension. It is what it is. And then we get recaps of Lana and Asuka, Nia and Shayna. Again. So many recaps. So much recap. Much wow. Lana versus Nia next week, because that's what we need to fucking see. Asuka's trying to fire her up. I can beat Nia. I can. I think I can. And then they have a stare down. Nia's like, why are you getting vaccinated? What the hell? Put your immune system in God's hands. I'm going to keep making fun of her for that until she fucking wakes up, because fucking hell. You can be religious if you want. Don't be stupid. So, Drew and Sheamus stare down. And man, the unbridled sexual tension before that commercial hit. Good Lord. And then we come back and man, if I had a nickel for every time I saw a Scotsman and an Irishman fisting each other and brutalizing each other on camera, I'm just going to say I need to delete my search history soon after. But yeah, they're just beating the shit out of each other, just fisting each other in public, brutalizing each other. And then you got, Pat Buck. So Discount Sam Roberts, as I call him. He's trying to break it up. And then they put him through a table. I guess the buck stops there. So they then laugh and they go. They did the ginger plunge and left. Riddle offers Jeff his bronuts. No, if it was 2011 Jeff Hardy, maybe. Thankfully, it's not. Thankfully, Jeff's clean. Jeff really ain't moving well, but he is at least clean. We then get Riddle doing broetry and motion and stuff like that. And if Riddle wasn't a creep, I might like the puns. Jeff Hardy versus Lashley with MVP. What year is this? Apparently it's 2007. Hopefully pre-June 2007 and not in Atlanta, Georgia. So Riddle helps at some point, and then made one note, and I feel bad saying this about Jeff, but I have seen comatose patients that have moved better than Jeff Hardy. He cannot move. He should fucking retire. Just seriously fucking hang it up soon. Please, Jeff. After Mania, hang it up. You can't fucking do it anymore. And he did a Warrior-like splash. Warrior now, and Warrior died in 2014. By the way, fuck Ultimate Warrior. I'm glad he's dead. And then the Hurt Lock for the win, despite the fact Jeff almost got to the ropes. Or actually did get to the ropes and had to be pulled off. And then the Rabbit confronts Randy, because nobody cares about this fucking shit anymore. We then get Orton versus Bray Wyatt. Bray gets on commentary. We'll be right back. And then it's just Bray. It's still just Bray. He's in bear shape. He's committed to this character. It's still just Bray Wyatt. Lights out, with an RKO. And then suddenly, the fiendish fingering of Randy's Viper, because of the pre-tape, and they just insert it there. They had to, because the commercial change was just too good. So anyway, yeah, there. That's all I got to fucking say. Raw was not good. Raw was not good at all. There were a few good moments. I was glad to see Cedric win, but that's the best use they have for the women. Seriously, why do you even have a women's division? Why do you even have a women's division if you're going to do that? I'm not saying get rid of the women. Just use them better. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.